Sources tell ABC News the Manhattan DA's office is presenting new evidence to a grand jury in the UnitedHealthcare CEO murder investigation. Prosecutors are working to secure an indictment that could strengthen the case for the suspect's extradition. Meanwhile, authorities say the gun he was allegedly carrying when he was arrested matches shell casings found at the shooting scene. ABC News senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky is following those breaking details for us. Aaron, what's the latest on this grand jury hearing?
Well, they're hearing evidence in the case, and the Manhattan DA's office, no doubt, Diane, wants to secure the indictment because it would strengthen their hand as they try to extradite the suspect who was arrested in Pennsylvania back to New York. If they can show they have an indictment secured, it could convince the court in Pennsylvania to order the extradition over the objections of Luigi Mangione, who's fighting it. His attorney says because he hasn't formally seen any of the evidence, and he says it's his client's constitutional right.
We've also heard about the potential for more charges in New York in addition to the second-degree murder. What are you hearing on that front? Well,
I was talking to the Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, who would not comment, of course, on ongoing grand jury matters, and he said, look, we're taking a look at everything, and if there are more charges warranted, he would certainly be open to bringing them. In addition to the second-degree murder charge, there's a forgery charge, forged instrument charge. That's the fake New Jersey driver's license. There's the gun, the ghost gun that police say he had. And by the way, it's second-degree murder only due to a quirk in the way the statute is written in New York. People say, why isn't it first-degree murder premeditated?
It seems premeditated, right?
And according to prosecutors, it is, and that's why he's charged with second-degree murder, which does involve intentional murder. In New York, the way the statute is written, first-degree murder is reserved for kind of the worst of the worst, for serial killers, for baby killers, and for cop killers.
And in terms of the investigation, Aaron, where does it go from here?
They're still piecing it together. They want to have all the evidence buttoned up, and I think that's why you've seen police, even now, in different parts of Central Park. They've been in the water, in the pond, as we've reported. They're looking for any scrap of evidence they can find to try and tie it to the suspect. It didn't help them identify the alleged killer. That was a heads-up citizen at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. But all of the evidence is going to be important for a prosecution.
And conversations with people who knew him, that kind of thing, trying to paint this picture. What are investigators doing on that front?
Because the nagging question that isn't answered, even as they get their forensic matches, they say, and the ballistic matches, what makes a 26-year-old person of privilege, an Ivy League graduate with a master's degree in engineering, a valedictorian of his elite, prep school, what turns him into an accused killer? And prosecutors and police are still trying to figure that out. So they're interviewing relatives, they're talking to friends, as we are, trying to build out a picture of the guy.
All right, Aaron Katersky, thank you.